Welcome to Elle's Nails, where it doesn't take $1,000,000 for your nails to look like $1,000,000. Today I'm going to do some snowflake stamping, and so for this I have a base of my Broadway green, and then for the snowflakes I am using a Sinful White. I find that best for stamping. I also have a Wet n Wild hollow glitter that I'm putting on as a top coat. I also need my stamper and my stamp plate. I have this nice stamp plate with, trying to angle it so you don't get the light in there. And it has two snowflakes right there and right there that I'm going to alternated back and forth with to get the snowflakes. I also have my little pink stamper. It's just the one that came with the kit, so it's the one I use, and the scraper that came with the kit. Stamping is something that takes some time and practice. Do some experimenting, test out different stampers, and see what works best for you. This is just what I have, but I would love to try others. It's just that I have found that stamping is also something that you only tend to be able to find from websites. So I don't buy a lot of stuff online, so I don't really get involved in the stamping too much. The only reason why I have this stuff is because I got it as a Christmas gift. Alright, so let's get started. As you see, I have my green base and it is completely dry. You want to make sure that it is completely dry before you move on to the stamping, or else it's going to just mess up your nails completely. So I'm going to take my white Sinful color, which I use because it's thicker, so it tends to work better. And I'm just going to put a glob of white on there, and then I'm going to scrape it off. And I forgot to talk about cleaning, which I didn't do. So before you start anything, you want to make sure you clean your plate, and also the stamper needs to be cleaned too. And my scraper had stuff on it, which is why I didn't scrape very well. So let's clean that off as well. And now we can really get started on this. Try it again. Not too much, not too little. That's something you just got to practice with until you get to the right consistency. You want to angle it a little bit. You don't want to go straight up and down when you're scraping. And then I'm going to do a back and forth motion. And there is my lovely little snowflake. And I have no rhyme or reason as to how the snowflake is going on my finger. I'm just sort of letting it fall as it may. So I'm doing that same back and forth motion, and I, as you see, only got the very bottom there. What's nice about that is you've got still more snowflake on there, so I can do the same thing at the top of my nail. Maybe not. Must have dried. Now, if you do mess up and don't like the way it looks, I recommend you take some non-acetone nail polish remover and lightly clean off your nail. This way you don't have to completely repaint your nails. So let's do that again. We're going to do the other snowflake this time. And there's that beautiful snowflake. I'm going to put that one a little bit more on my nail. And there we go. So as you see, now this is just because I'm filming. Of course, it doesn't look so great. When you stamp, a lot of people go right up into their face to do the stamping so that they can really see what they're doing, which is rather difficult to do when you're filming. So like I said, lightly wipe that off with non-acetone nail polish, and look, your nail is still okay. In fact, I don't have hardly any green on my cotton ball. So now I'm just going to try one more time, because you know, as soon as you start filming it doesn't work, but you have your other 9 nails and it worked great and you didn't have to redo it a million times. But I always film in one shot, so you get what you get. I actually also found out when I was doing my other nails that my index finger, after I did the whole thing, was the hardest one for me to do. So that is also fun. There's the one snowflake. That turned out really nice. So hopefully I don't have to redo it. Nope. See, practice, because sometimes you don't get the whole snowflake in there. A lot of these plates, it's hard to tell which ones, not all of them are going to work. Some of them that have more detail are harder to work with than others. I'm going to pause now. Okay, so now I got a really good snowflake back, and we're just going to finish this off by placing that and there we go. That looks really awesome. Like I said, it takes time and effort, and also if you use a cotton ball too many times, it creates a film on your plate, and that's the reason why I had to pause for a minute, because I had to clean my plate. Okay, so I'm going to finish that off by adding some of my hollow top coat. There we are, all nice and pretty for a happy Christmas season. So that's it for this time, and we'll see you next time.